Good evening from Johannesburg. I'm Kabelo Chabalala, founder of the Young Men Movement. Welcome to ENCA's Let's Have It Out. Tonight and every night here on ENCA, a variety of different newsmakers will get the chance to host this program, interview people with whom we disagree and give you a chance to get involved in their conversation. Unfiltered, accountable, accessible, and it all starts now. My name is Kabelo Chabalala, founder of the Young Men Movement, an organization that focuses on the reconstruction of the socialization of boys to create a new breed of men in our society. Tonight, I want to talk mainly about the dangers of a single story. What I mean is this: there must be something that we are not doing right as black non-profit organizations to have so little support or to not be trusted to handle finances. And this is why my guest tonight is a fellow NPO founder, Nikki Lehoka. She founded an organization called the Growth Mindset SA, which is a youth development and empowerment organization. The organization is aimed at enhancing the lives of young people living in adverse economic conditions by offering career coaching services to young people in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. We want you to get involved in the conversation. Here's how.
Tweet us at ENCA using the hashtag LHIO. Call us on 011-759-6340 or send us a WhatsApp or WhatsApp video on 082-884-6370. And make sure those videos are no longer than 30 seconds, please.
Welcome back. This is Kabelo Chabalala, and I'm here with my guest, Nikki Lehoka. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Kabelo. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, Nikki, tell me a little bit about your organization and how it started.
All right. Growth Mindset, as you said, it's a youth development and people empowerment organization. We have been in existence for the past 4 years, but have only been operational for 3 years, and I'll explain that in a bit. What we do is we go into schools in Soweto, in townships, basically. Let's not be specific.
Yeah.
In townships, in small towns, and in villages, and we partner with the schools, and we provide career choice guidance to young people, to the young people in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. As we know that that is a challenge for most of the black kids because they don't know what careers are out there.
Yeah.
Kids are still stuck in wanting to become doctors, lawyers, teachers, and some of them don't even have the passion. That's why we have a crisis in certain careers, in certain disciplines, because people don't really have the passion. So we go into schools and we provide those services to help to expose young people to various careers that are out there.
All right. Now tell me, how is the funding going? Because as I said, I'm a bit tired of the single-sided story where black-owned NPOs talk about they're not getting money.
Yeah.
What was the whole thing that inspired you to start Mindset Growth to actually be what it is today, and how are you getting the funding?
I'm going to correct you there. It's Growth Mindset SA.
Sorry about that, yes.
So what inspired me, obviously, I come from an HR background.
Okay.
So as I was interviewing young people, at the time when I was still new in my career, I used to work for a call center, and I recruited for a call center. So what I discovered was that these young people are very talented, but they are in a call center or they are pursuing careers that they don't have passion for because there's nothing else. And these young people are talented. They can communicate. They've got exceptional communication skills. But the problem is that they are not exposed to various careers. And when you go to villages, when you go to townships, you find that most of them have resorted to drugs and alcohol, because there's nothing else that they can do. They've lost hope because they feel that their future is bleak and there's nothing else that they can do. So we are coming in to bring hope, to help, to to tell them that, look, there is hope if you pursue the right path. So in terms of funding, we are self-funded. Okay. So myself and Dr. Slindo Dlamini fund the organization from our own pockets. And how that came about is that we approached various corporate institutions, we approached government institutions, but at the time we were turned down. As I said, we've been operating for 3 years, so we were turned down, and we didn't know what the problem was until until last year when we had our goal setting session, whereby we discussed what it is that we're not doing right, how can we become better. We actually discovered that if we start implementing business principles to our social enterprise, we will actually become better.
Not just making it about just giving back to people without actually giving people what they need in return.
And also, because it's self-funded, it was digging a hole in our pockets, and also we were not able to provide the kind of service that we wanted to provide. So we'd often rely on donors, and it wasn't really working out. So we sat down last year, as I said, and we planned our year 2018 to say what it is that we can do better, how can we become better social entrepreneurs. And so we decided to go on sabbatical, to take leave and not provide any services for this year.
Let me just come in there. You talk about taking a sabbatical. I think when you take a sabbatical, you probably do have the resources. Did you take a sabbatical because you don't have enough resources to keep the organization going, or it's because that you feel like there's just too much to do and you just want to take a breather so that you can still continue doing what you do?
Okay, there wasn't too much to do, but we realized that in order for us to build a sustainable and viable social enterprise, we needed to implement business principles. We need to do things differently, because at the time, for the 3 years that we've been operating, we've been relying solely on our funding that comes from our own pockets, and also from donors like friends that would,
and that is not sustainable.
That is not sustainable. So if Slindo and I were to leave the organization, and if a new leadership team had to come in, they are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, it will die a natural death.
It will die because there's no sustainability. Yeah. So we took that break to say, let's sit back, let's look at what we can do to empower ourselves. So that's why we enrolled at various at business schools, so that we could empower ourselves with business skills to become better social entrepreneurs.
So are you saying to me that one of the things that NPOs are lacking is that business-mindedness to ensure that they understand that the services that they offer people has to make sure that the people who are sponsoring or supporting the business get something in return? Is that what has been missing? Is that the missing link for the NPOs? Absolutely.
A lot of NGOs, especially with black NGOs, firstly, our governance is not in order. You find that an NGO is not registered. So we need to sort that out. I won't forget a time earlier this year with us as Growth Mindset when we were offered a funding opportunity, a lucrative funding opportunity, but we missed out because we didn't have a tax certificate. We were not registered, and we can't.
And that's a basic.
That's a basic. That's something that we should have known, and we lost out. So we need to get our governance in order, just to make sure that we attract, we at least get into the door, in terms of funding. Also, our theory of change, we need to know exactly what it is that we are doing. We need to stipulate that on our proposals or on our documents, and it has to be aligned to our value proposition. Okay. So that's what we're missing out as NPOs. As black NPOs.
Okay. After the break, we continue our conversation with Nikki Lehoka. Stay with Let's Have It Out. Remember to use the hashtag LHIO on Twitter.